Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Red Dwarf. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Alright man, last episode was pretty good. It was decent, man, with the whole karma drive and all that good stuff. Especially Rumor being rude to Crichton. That was great. When he was finally free, when he was trying to be fake nice and it wasn't working. And once he found out it was the reverse and being mean is actually what got them out of the jam, it was good. No, still too ugly. That was good. But yeah, man, look forward to checking this out. Let's just go ahead and jump into it, folks. We'll talk about it more at the end.
Lift coming, sir.
Come on, why are you always so slow? I've seen snails with club feet travel faster than you. The French army after lunch move quicker.
Not long now, sir.
I'm picking up several strange energy signatures on B deck. I need a lift pronto to check them out.
Just a drop off on the living quarters and I'll be with you in a flash, sir.
Will you really, or will you really be a really long time?
A really long time, sir.
So why not tell me that in the first place then?
He's
I
honest.
didn't want to lose your custom.
Who can you lose my custom to?
Our main rival, sir, the Stayers. They're doing really well,
So
sir.
stupid.
Where are you now?
I've completed the drop off at the living quarters deck, sir. Now I've just got a trip up to the stasis booths.
But I pressed first. Let me tell you, Milado, there are plenty of young thrusting lifts around here who would give their eye teeth to transport someone of my stature up and down their shaft.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Tell the lifts we're interviewing for a new position in shaft 14.
Yeah.
All applicants must be prepared to travel. Only lifts need apply.
What kind of space station is it, Kreitz? Any idea?
I don't recognize it, sir, but I must confess I did delete some files off my hard drive this morning to create more memory.
Really? Is that safe?
Oh, have no fear, sir. I only trashed information I considered frivolous and idiotic.
Without checking with me first?
And you are?
Go into your trash, you metal wall, and underneath the Rimmer folder. You must have dumped me in
That's
there by
great.
mistake.
That's highly unlikely, whoever you are, but I'll check anyway. Oh, there's a folder in here marked Captain Bollocks. Could that be you?
Captain Bollocks?
Yeah, no.
Is that what you call me behind my back?
To your face, too, when you're snoozing.
Just dragging it out of the bin and reinstalling.
Captain Bollocks.
Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. How could I possibly...
Yes, all right, moving on.
Now remember, sirs, the asteroid storm will destroy the station in 5 hours.
Look, let's split up into pairs. It'll make things a whole lot quicker.
As acting superior officer, I naturally get first choice. Don't want you. Don't want you. Why is there no one good here? You get more choice in an Amish
So
barbers.
bogus.
Right, you're with me. Let's move, people.
I'm sorry to recognize Mr. Toss Poultry. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Why is there no one good here? Oh no.
Wonder why it's called Asclepius.
Presumably after the Greek god of
Oh,
medicine,
no.
sir.
Well, there's that, obviously. Obviously that. Yes, obviously. You think it's that obvious?
I wonder, would you care to join us? We have nothing in our science room remotely as sophisticated as you.
Why? I would be honored, Crichton.
Follow me.
Oh no. Freaking dork.
What are these notes? The guy's name was Romero G. Gonzalez, and he was a stasis booth engineer.
Ah, Mrs. Robertson, we're ready to start your procedure now.
Oh,
And this
there it is.
must be Mrs. Johnson, the donor. No need to be frightened. There was a time I was a teensy tiny teeny more. Oh, there's my all clear.
We gotta go. We'll close the door behind us as we pelt out.
I can see you're both quite nervous.
No longer
Perhaps
insane.
we need a little something to help you relax.
Mr. Rights.
Damn.
There, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh no. thing somehow make it on. Like, is it hanging on the back of Starbug or something? I don't know if it'd be that easy.
He's coming round, sir.
And I can't tell. Did he
Here he
remove the
comes.
kidneys?
Yes, he's coming round.
I don't remember drinking anything.
You were attacked, sir, remember?
Attacked. I didn't start it, and I wasn't drunk. Well, I might have been drunk, but I didn't start it. Well, I might have started it. I remember now. How's the cat?
He's in Medibay 4, sir. He's fine.
And me?
Oh, the cat, he's 100% tippity top, sir.
Yeah, what about me?
Prepare
Hey,
yourself
bro.
for a bit of a shock, sir.
What kind of a shock?
Well, if most shocks are about this size, this shock is more this size.
You're a bit too happy.
You have a problem with your kidneys, sir.
What kind of problem?
You don't have any.
That crazy droid organ napped them, and when we marined our way in to save you, friendly fire took out the jar.
And which
Man.
particular friend caused this friendly fire?
Put it there, pal of mine.
Where am I
goofy
going to
ass.
get new kidneys 3 million years into deep space?
Didn't I tell you he'd say that?
I thought one was
wanna
his
make
and
no
one was
kidneys.
Cat's.
How come I'm not dead?
Well, I've injected a homemade MTK chip into your bloodstream, sir, which performs a function similar to the old dialysis machine of days gone by. Mr. Rimmer and I, however, managed to obtain the services of a state-of-the-art Medibot.
They still haven't read the back of that thing. It's so clunky.
He's a state-of-the-art Medibot. So he got 4 buttons.
He goes by the name of Asclepius.
Yes.
Got
Right,
4
can we
buttons.
Just one moment, Asclepius. Or should that be Mr. Asclepius? He has his selfish side, but if it wasn't for you, sir, he wouldn't exist. Neither would his species. Plus, sir, you're buds. He'll come through. Of course he
No,
will.
he won't.
Didn't I tell you he'd look like that?
There's no way Cat's doing that. Hurry to the last canister of anesthesia.
Hey, hey, hey!
Just in case.
How you doing, bud? They said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, take a seat. What have they told you?
What's the tell? We all got out in one piece, right?
Right. Listen, I've got a really big favour to ask you.
Go ahead, ask.
Forgive the interruption, sir. I suddenly remembered you haven't eaten. Here you go. Soup, a roll, and a vitamin booster.
Great, I'm famished.
But that was for... I'll get some more, sir.
I don't want any more. I just need a main course. And get me one of those drip things like he's got.
As I was saying,
This is so trash.
And some Himalayan sea salt.
listen, Cat.
You wanted to ask me something.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to beat about the bush here. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I'm not going to beat about the bush. I'm just going to come right out and say it. In a minute. I need you to give me one of your kidneys.
Kidneys? This is fish.
Not the food, you doink, the organ. That crazy droid organ
doink.
that mine. And then they got nuked in the gunfight.
So let me get this straight. I'll give you one of my kidneys. What do I get?
A hole. Where your kidney used to be.
So I'll give you a kidney, you give me a hole. You keep the kidney, I keep the hole.
My gift to you.
I tell you what, it's not your kidneys that need replacing, it's your damn brain.
Cat, if you don't give me a kidney and I die, think how you'll feel.
Better than you.
You know what, I think it's all front from you. It's just all front, because I know you. I know you.
Oh, shit.
When push comes to shove, you'll do what's right.
No.
Well, I won't do what's right. I hate doing what's right. All these years we've been together, you think someone knows you. You don't know me at all. See so?
Jesus. Still made it.
Yourself around here.
He still made it about him. That was great.
I thought you might be here.
How can I be of service, sir?
So where does this leave us?
Well, without a state-of-the-art Medibot, we can't rewrite the cat's DNA, and his kidneys won't be compatible. It's like VHS and Betamax or the Catholic Church and science.
Hang on. When we were on that space station,
Damn.
we came across this skeleton, right? It was weird because the DNA on the knife was the same as the DNA in the body. Could this Ramiro guy have somehow been killed by his own clone? And if so, can we clone me?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Ramiro wasn't killed by his own clone.
Well, who killed him then?
He was a stasis engineer working on a project to hack stasis booths in order to create a portal back into the past. He used to talk about it with his colleagues when they were ordering snacks. One day, his future self appeared and told him to never go back in time or he'd be stabbed to death. The younger Ramiro refused to believe him and stabbed him to death. He realised what a terrible thing he'd done, so he went back in time to warn his younger self, but got stabbed to death.
Could we use his
No.
research somehow? You mean use Ramiro's configuration to go back in time and take the younger Mr. Lister's kidneys and insert them into you, sir?
But wouldn't his future self drop dead?
Not if we insert an MTK chip in him to keep him going until he turns from younger Mr. Lister into present-day Mr. Lister.
How can you nick my internal organs with me not noticing it?
We chloroform you, swipe your kidneys, and then you wake up feeling groggy, think you must have got blackout drunk, which you did.
You know, that's right. I blacked out and then spent 2 days in bed feeling like the living dead. No offence. And I couldn't understand it because I could only remember having 2 drinks. But it wasn't that. It was because I had no kidneys and we had the MTK chip keeping me alive.
You know, I believe we can do this, sir.
This is wild.
How? No one knows
They're
how
out
to
of control.
reconfigure the stasis booths.
What about you?
I'm a snack machine.
Did you overhear Ramiro when he was talking about the adjustments?
But he only ever figured out how to go back 30 years. Going back just a few days needs precision accuracy.
Well, you could build on his findings.
I'm just a snack dispenser. I just dispense snacks.
But when we had our therapy sessions, you taught me how to find the hero inside myself.
No, I didn't. And you know why? I'm just a snack dispenser.
Yes, you're just a snack dispenser if you think you're
There's
just
a lot
a
of
snack
pressure on the
dispenser,
snack
but you're not
dispenser.
only a snack dispenser, you're something more if you decide you want to be something more. You taught me that in our first session.
I didn't teach you anything. You know why?
I got this one. Is it because you're a snack
Losing
dispenser?
I'm a snack dispenser.
Let me ask you a few questions. How do
teach you
you
anything.
modify the triode valve?
You reduce the transmodulator setting.
Yes. Tough as old boots.
What now? We've got to return that Lister to the sleeping quarters and then get this Lister back to the present.
Where he can recuperate in the science room and get back to full health. Someone's coming.
It's crucial we're not discovered by our old selves.
I can discombobulate the entire space-time continuum.
Quick, in here!
Oh, this is when he was waiting in the elevator for a long
Sleeping
time.
quarters and make it snappy.
Lift coming, sir.
Come on, come on. Why are you always so slow? I've seen snails with club feet travel faster than you. The French army after lunch moved quicker.
Sir, your past self is calling for the lift.
Don't tell him anything. You'll blow the timeline.
He's getting really angry, sir.
Ignore him. He's an idiot. He's past me. Present me is a whole lot smarter. I understand now why you were so slow. You were transporting us, but you couldn't tell me.
He's threatening to fire me, sir.
How can you fire a lift? What is wrong with him? He's a total gimboid. Look, I'll make it right when I'm back in the present.
Oh, my God.
I'll unfire you. Promote you even. Install you in that swanky glass shaft over on the officer's deck. How does that sound?
Officer's deck. That sounds marvellous, sir.
I'll get the other one! Right! Wait for me!
A couple of days recuperating in the science room, sir, and you'll be right as rain.
I'm going to be okay.
And so will the past you, whose kidneys you bodied out to give to yourself.
Where would it be without me? Probably sat here without any kidneys. Whereas now I'm sat there without any kidneys. Good old me, eh?
Ah, hello, Rimmer. Remember me?
Of course. They moved you down to shaft 6.
3 weeks I've been waiting for that promotion you promised me.
Yes, that sort of slipped my mind.
I've got some news. Snacky's installed a nuclear power reactor to my counterbalance, which means I can now travel between floors at close to the speed of light. I haven't tested it yet, though. I've been waiting for you, Rimmer.
Oh
Close to the
no.
speed of light.
I'm gonna take you on the ride of your life. No, you hang on.
Damn. Oh no. Why don't you play around with AI that controls like where you go? Like an AI lift. That's crazy. Oh, they can hold a grudge and stuff. River plays games. That was good, man. You know, whenever you implement any type of time travel stuff, for me, that's like, I'm usually sold. Even if it's super goofy, I'm usually down with it. So this was a really fun episode, dude. I enjoyed this a ton. I thought it was Cat and his kidney were in there. That's what I was like. Just look like kidneys. That's what I thought it was inside there. I didn't know he only got listers at first. And I was also like, once they find out that he's a snack droid, who's gonna how they gonna fix this? Because I know Crichton can't do the whole DNA thing. But when they wrap time and stuff into it, that was cool. That was entertaining, very fun. Really goofy, but really fun, dude. I like that a lot. That was fantastic. Rumor was very funny in this episode. Rumor's funny all the time, but I just thought he was just like, I don't know. He was, I guess, like, peak game in this one, at least for me. Other people might not agree, but I just thought he was really, really entertaining. He said, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering this, but he said, why isn't there anybody good here? That was just... That was great. Oh my god. It's gonna sound mean, but I feel like everybody's felt that at least once. If you worked in, I feel like any freaking work environment, especially when you have to put like a team together, and you're looking at the people and they like, especially when somebody doesn't have any, hasn't developed any skills yet. And that's gonna happen, especially if you have an entire team of new people. That happened to me when I was put in charge of like the entire parts portion of a remodel when I used to work for Walmart, and I was young at the time, and it was like the way for me to prove myself or whatever. And I'm like at the back of the store, and they gave me nothing but new people who just started, who knew nothing. And I'm going into this knowing nothing about like part management, ordering parts from the warehouse, stuff like that. And it was almost like a sink or swim position. And I had a bunch of people who had no experience either. And they took all the people with experience on the inside. So I'm constantly got to have people like coming down on me for like getting stuff wrong when I have nobody showing me anything and people outside not knowing anything. And I was like, man, I don't have anybody here who knows anything. And that's what gave me a flashback to that when he was like, why isn't anybody good here? No. No. But it's great because I feel like everybody rose to it, man. And we got it, like within a week, we all like, figured it out together with like no help. And it was great. It's one of the best teams I ever worked with and had work under me. And it's some of the most fun I ever had in my life, man. It was great. It was hard work. We worked long hours. We were out in the heat, managing parts and ordering parts, all that kind of stuff. But it worked out great. And even the people who were in charge of the remodel, because they're like a traveling team of managers, said we were the most organized like parts team she ever worked with, and she'd been doing it for 20 years. I know people feel like something that's basic, it's just organizing shelves by size and all that kind of stuff, should be common sense, but people don't do that. And I guess the team she's had together before, people just sling all the shelves in the one trailer, all the peg hooks, but I had it organized by like using totes and stuff off the sales floor, so we can easily, if they needed 16-inch pegs or whatever, it was all organized and labeled. Same thing with shelves, and it just made it easier not only for us to know what we need to order from the warehouse, but easier to get it to the people. I don't know why anybody would just throw stuff inside of 16-foot trailers like that. How do you get to anything? But yeah, she said in the past is how people used to do it. Part of me was like, yeah, why would anybody do that? But the other part of me was like, this is kind of on you guys. You didn't teach me anything. You guys just sling somebody out here like, well, you're a department manager, do it kind of thing. So I had to come up with my own system. And the people I had really, really brought it together. And I ended up, like, I remember later on, like a week later, I had somebody else that was actually trained on the team with me. Because I got Frank later on, because Frank could run the forklift. But Frank used to cause chaos, even though he was trained and stuff in different places. He knows what he did. If he ever, probably would never see this video, but Frank knows what chaos he used to cause. I remember he was driving full speed on the forklift with a pallet of shelves where he couldn't see ahead of it, and he cut the corner really hard, and the whole pallet flipped over and the shelf slid all the way across the lot, and we had to stay over and clean it up, and I had to justify overtime for cleaning all that up, and I got like my butt handed to me because of it. But yeah, that's a long story, but that's what it reminded me of, like having a team of people who know what they're doing, and just maybe have a flashback when he said like, why isn't anybody good here? That was just really, really funny to me. This is really, really good. This is really, really funny. Rimmer was just cranking out some good jokes left and right. Cat being selfish was just hilarious, making the whole thing about him. like saying like, you don't know anything about me when you think you like grew to know somebody, and think like, you think they grew to like know you, and you don't know anything about me being like, selfish and all the jazz. So that was great. Just good, man. All around good stuff, man. This is entertaining. All right, folks, man. That is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.